everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we've got an exciting action-packed episode. We'll be starting off with essential glue players that you should have in your FPL team. Then we'll be looking at core game week 1 players watch list. We'll be wrapping up with the main feature, which is our game week 1 team selection. However, before we kick off, please remember to hit that like button, and if you haven't already done so, please smash that subscribe button. We will really appreciate it. Feel free to follow us on X at FPL_A+. Also feel free to join our FPL mini league. The code is included on screen above as well as in the description below. If you are looking for an AI FPL tool that can optimize your FPL team score, then look no further. DraftHound has got an incredible FPL tool where you can obtain expected points, suggested transfers, player comparisons, optimum players, and lots more. If you are interested in this, then feel free to check out the link included in the description below. Next, we're looking at essential or glue players. Firstly, these are players that will be included in your team for quite a few weeks that you don't expect to remove quite soon, whether they've got good fixtures on paper or not good fixtures. The only time that you are likely to remove these players are when they have a long-term injury or if they have a long run of extended bad form. In our setup, these players are as follows. Estupiñán from Brighton as our defender. In the midfield, we've got Arsenal's Bukayo Saka and Manchester United's Marcus Rashford. Both these players are incredible value. They are the talisman for their respective teams, and Estupiñán is one of the most attacking defenders at a value price of 5 million as well. And then last but not least, the Golden Boot winner from last season, Erling Haaland, the star of Manchester City, at a 14 million price, premium price. He is still an essential glue part of our team. Your essential glue players could be a bit different depending how you're structuring your team. However, I would recommend that the bulk of these players should be in your game week 1 team. Next, we're looking at core game week 1 players watch list. We'll be going down per team, starting off with Brentford. The goalkeeper that we've got, Flicken, it's debatable whether he will be the number 1 goalkeeper. However, most expect him to start off the season. Defenders, we're looking at Henry and Pinnock, favouring Henry at this point. Midfielders, we've got Mbeumo, who is the talisman of the team, with Tony that is out for a few months. And then we have got forward Visa at 6 million, offers incredible value. He's not on penalties, but he has also quite a significant attacking potential. If you're looking at a differential, you could look at Ben Mee, who's always got a header from a corner in him and could also score the odd goal. Then we have got from Brighton, we've got Steele, who appears to be the number 1 goalkeeper at this stage, with Sanchez that has left. Then we have got the defenders, Estupiñán, we've already mentioned earlier, and then the alternative is Lewis Dunk if you're looking for an alternative defender. In midfield, there is a horde of players that have joined Brighton, and the player that we are at this stage seeing as the most likely nailed on player is Matoma. Then we have got the forward who has been bought for a club record fee, and we are likely seeing him to be nailed on, though it is debatable whether any of the attackers in the Brighton team are nailed on, so tread carefully. However, João Pedro is more likely than not to get the nod. And then if you're looking for a differential, Enciso offers great value at 5.5 million. For Arsenal goalkeepers, we will stay away currently, with Raya that has joined, even though Ramsdale is the incumbent currently in the number 1 spot. Defenders, I wouldn't sway further than Gabriel or Saliba. They are the most nailed on in the Arsenal defense. Midfielders, we're looking at Saka, Odegaard and Martinelli. Saka, I would say, is a essential at this stage, and then one of the other two, if you could squeeze them in, then your team would be set up great. If you're looking for a differential, Havertz, who could possibly feature in the number 9 spot, could be a great value pick. Then you're looking at Man City. In goal, Edison, a premium goalkeeper. Not many people at 5.5 million will be wanting to have him in your team. However, if he is nailed on like he was for most of last season, then that could be a great value in terms of getting into the Manchester City clean sheet potential, as they are one of the best defensive teams in the league. And then if you're looking at defenders, you could look at John Stones, who's got a slightly more advanced role that he could be playing if he's not in the back 3 or back 4, together with Ruben Dias, who's been a rock in the Manchester City defense since he joined. And then in midfield, we've got Phil Foden, who could potentially get more minutes this season with the departure of some of his teammates. And then we've got the man himself, Erling Haaland, need I say any more. And then a differential could be Bernardo Silva, who is a Pep favourite, and he at 6.5 million, he is also likely to feature more significantly this season with the departure of Gundogan and Riyad Mahrez. Then in Everton's team, you've got the goalkeeper, Jordan Pickford. You've got in defence, you've got Tarkowski. And if you're looking for a differential, Calvin Lewin, if he can keep his injuries at bay, he could be a great way into sharing in some attacking returns in the Everton team. If you're looking at Manchester United, Onana at 5 million offers great value. If you're looking for an attacking-minded defender from Manchester United, Luke Shaw. Midfielders Rashford and Bruno are the staple of the Manchester United team. And if you're looking for a differential, then Garnacho could offer that route. He could likely feature in the first few game weeks, potentially with Boylan that is likely to be out for a few games. And then Anthony offers also great potential as an attacking threat in the Manchester United team, and he is also a Ten Hag favourite. If you're looking at the Tottenham Hotspur team, no goalkeepers. In defence, we're looking at Udogie at 4.5 million. If he nails that spot, it could be incredible value. Not the best fixture to start off with, but if you start him on the bench and play him a bit later, that could be an avenue into the Tottenham Hotspur defence. Midfield, Maddison, great value at 7.5 million. He is always in the points, always involved, either in goals or assists. In forward, you have got the main man from Tottenham Hotspur, Harry Kane. And then if you're looking for a differential, I haven't seen him in many people's teams for this season. Pedro Porro and Heung-min Son, they could offer some great differential potential. In Chelsea, if you're looking at their defenders, we're looking at Chilwell and Colwill. Colwill offers great value at 4.5 million. And then in forwards, you're looking at Nicholas Jackson as a great talent. And then if you're looking for a differential, Chukwuemeka at 4.5 million. If he does start, he could be an incredible differential at only 4.5 million if he does nail the spot in that Chelsea team. Aston Villa, you're looking at the goalkeeper, World Cup winner Martinez. In defence, Pau Torres, probably the most nailed on in the Aston Villa defence. Forwards, you're looking at Watkins, very steady player, and you can expect him to tick along. Differentials, you're looking at the new player that's joined Aston Villa, Diaby. He's also could be great value at 6.5 million. The Liverpool team, if you're looking at defence, Alexander-Arnold, the most premium price defender in FPL and one of the most attacking defenders in the league. Midfielders, you'd be looking at Salah and Jota. And then forwards, it appears that Gakpo is potentially the most favoured of the forwards to start. He could be someone you could look at. If you're looking for a differential, there could be some minute sharing though. You could be looking at someone like Darwin Núñez, who has got great attacking threat, has been known to come off the bench and then also score. And last but not least, looking at Crystal Palace, you'd be looking at their goalkeeper, Sam Johnson. If you're looking at the defenders, Anderson, the midfielders, a great buying, great value at 6.5 million. Easy with Wilfred Zaha that's left. He's the new talisman and he's also on penalties. And if you're looking for a differential, Edouard could potentially lead the line in number 9. He could also offer a great differential potential. What do you think about these Game Week 1 core players watch list? And how many of these players are in your Game Week 1 team? Are there any other players that feature that you would recommend? Then please comment down below. Next, we will be looking at our Game Week 1 team selection. Well, we've got Andre Onana from Manchester United. In defense, we have got Gabriel from Arsenal, Estepinian from Brighton, and John Stones from Manchester City. Field consists of Mo Salah from Liverpool, Marcus Rashford from Manchester United, Bukayo Saka from Arsenal, along with Gabriel Martinelli and Alexandre Garnacho from Manchester United. Our forward line is made up of Erling Haaland of Manchester City and João Pedro from Brighton. Our captaincy armband is currently on Bukayo Saka with the vice captaincy on Erling Haaland. This could go either way, with the other alternative captaincy option being Marcus Rashford if you are wanting to go for someone besides Erling Haaland. The possible logic behind why we might captain Bukayo Saka is that the game is at home as opposed to Erling Haaland's game which is away, and last season his away fixtures form was not as great. However, he is Erling Haaland, and Nottingham Forest away form was also not up to the home form standard. So Bukayo Saka being the talisman of the Arsenal team, the thinking is that he could potentially come up trumps in this fixture. Marcus Rashford is also facing a new manager appointed Wolves team at home, and he's generally quite good at Old Trafford, and hence why that could also be quite a good fixture for him. The surprise package in this team is Alexandre Garnacho. You might ask that why is he included in this team? At 5 million he offers tremendous value, and with Hoyland that is currently not expected to start only after the first few game weeks, then he is someone that could occupy that spot. In the event that he does not start, we still expect him to come on, and he's one of those players that he could be a super sub as well. The circled players that you see are players that we could potentially reassess or adjust if required. And looking at John Stones, firstly, there could be potentially early team news from the Manchester City match, as they are playing the first match on the Friday. And if John Stones is not included in the lineup, we could potentially replace him with the relevant defender that is starting. So that could be someone like Ruben Dias or Josko Guardiola if one of them starts. Mo Salah, if we are looking for an alternative, we could potentially replace him with Bruno Fernandes and attack that Wolves fixture, so that we have two key talismen that are nailed on for Manchester United. That will give us some extra funds. We could then upgrade Garnacho to someone such as Izzy, who plays quite a good fixture, at least on paper, against Sheffield United. There will still be funds remaining. We could then upgrade Maguma on our bench to someone from Liverpool such as Cody Gakpo, and put him on the bench, but with the intention that Liverpool are playing Bournemouth in game week 2, and we would then have a Liverpool player or an attacker that we could play. What do you think about this game week 1 team? How does it differ to your game week 1 team? Please just keep in mind that this team is not finalized. Lots could still happen between now and the game week 1 deadline. There could be injuries, there could be new transfers into the Premier League, Also to keep an eye on team leaks, team news, any other team developments, etc. Otherwise, that's it for this Game Week video. We wish you all the best for your final Game Week 1 tinkering, and until we chat again, cheerio.